Hello everyone, I'm the Whiskey Enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have these. We have the Signet Reserve. So Signet, I've done a video of it a couple of years ago at the Glenmorangie month. I've decided a month that I'm going to review just Glenmorangies. I'll put the link up there, but I have talked about Signet before. It is one of the most decadent, most beautiful whiskeys I've tried. I see the argument that it's expensive, and I understand that it is, but I have yet to meet someone who tries Signet and says, oh, this is crap, or I don't like it. I don't like sweet whiskeys that much, but this one is different. This one is your morning cappuccino and your afternoon post-dinner tiramisu in a glass. It is just chocolates, caramel, cacao, coffee. It is fantastic. It's made by Dark Roast, and once a year, there's all that spiel as well. I'll just read it from there. For 1 week each year, the distillery is dedicated entirely to Signet's creation, and everything else is paused. And if you think about how big Glenmorangie is, that's A, big production, and B, that's a big effort to stop everything and then just do that. Aged in bourbon, sherry, and virgin oak casks, and balanced by some of our oldest stocks, the whiskey develops a depth and complexity that astonished the whiskey world when Signet was first released in 2008. Now we have this one, and that's when released in, I think, late 2024 or early 2025, so quite recent. And on our sample Saturdays in our whiskey club, we have decided, finally it arrived to our market, and we have decided to get both of these and do a sample Saturday for both of them to compare, because some of our members have not tried the normal Signet before. I have not tried this one before. In the UK, there's £145 difference. That's a lot of money. £145 would get you incredible whiskeys. So to see it as a difference, a step up from this to this, which is already, this one is already a fantastic whiskey, so today's question is, I can answer it. I don't think it's worth it. I've not tasted it yet, but I don't think anything's worth that much. But is it worth the jump? And did we achieve something big, or did they achieve something bigger and bolder than this? So let me see. Do we have anything? No. So this is just additionally aged for 1 more year in Pedro Jimenez casks. So it's married, it became a Signet, and then it's been aged, finished in Pedro Jimenez casks for a year. So we'll open the boxes, we'll try the whiskeys, and then let's see what we'll find. Box-wise, this is the Signet. It's a heavy box. It's not carton, it's like wood-ish, MDF probably. That's the Signet. I've talked about it before. That's the Cadball. That's the rock they found at the Pictish site where Glenmorangie is now at. So that's what they said. A rare spirit of espresso intensity aged in our most exceptional casks. And yeah, that's the Signet. 46% ABV. Unfortunately, we don't have anything about chill filtering or coloring, but it opens like this and then gives the tasting notes. And this is the bottle. So I'll take it off and get rid of the box. There we go. And this is, this is the bottle. There you go. Very pretty bottle. The cap's like that. Now, they've changed this. From now on, the Signets have, this is the old bottling. As in old, we still got it in, let me see what the year is. 2024. But I think as of 2025, it's going to get the same cap as this one, which we shall see. But basically, this is the bottle, Signet, and that's it. And it goes dark to thing. So yeah, we'll put it there and then we'll pour it. Now, this is the Signet Reserve. It gets a bit more colorful. Just says Glenmorangie, their new kind of style on the side. And on the back, it basically says similar things, just one each year. And then, yeah, the second one is just talking about Pedro Jimenez, sweet toffee, fudge, vanilla. And this is also 46% ABV. Also, we do not know anything about those extra informations. Pedro Jimenez Sherry Cask finish. This one opens from the side. This is not as heavy as the other one. This is just carton. But, opa. So it opens like this. Quite a pretty box. Like so. And you get more information. But you don't get tasting notes. And the Signet itself is a bit more different. So let's take it out. Okay. Get rid of this. Both pretty boxes. This is lighter. The other one's heavier. I like them both. And now, this is the bottle. The Cadball Stone, the Signet, is a bit harsher, but it's similar style, and top is where it's different. There you go. I saw on Whisky Exchange or Master of Malt that the new Signet's top is like this as well. So on, side by side, Signet is bigger on this one. It's smaller, and the bottle is thinner. I bet it has something to do with, being more environmentally friendly. So that's why I suppose they moved that, because this is a heavier bottle, bigger bottom. If you can see, yeah, bigger bottom and bigger bottle as well. Okay, so we're gonna pour and we're gonna see what we're dealing with. On my right-hand side is gonna be the Reserve. Let's have a look. Okay, heavy cork, nice. Smells nice. Okay. All right. Sample Saturday, like I said, this is to help our members and us to see if we actually would want to pull the trigger on these whiskeys, because these are expensive stuff. And when we get together, coffee, and when we get together, we can get more. And there we go. By all accounts, I should have gotten the same amount of whiskey. I think this is a bit more, but let's see. I've not done the sampling. Someone else did. Okay, but yeah, quite similar. Similar colors. Similar colors. There you go. Sorry, can you see? The Reserve is darker. Reserve is darker, which kind of makes me think that it is actually natural color. How nice. Right, shall we start from the normal Signet? Glenmorangie Signet on the nose. Oh yeah. I mean, that's chocolate, caramel, sweet. What a stupid fly. Nice. I gotta get rid of that idiot. Anyway. Yeah. Nice, coffeed, toffee, caramel, sweet, molasses. Just an espresso and cacao note. Okay, on the palate. Honestly, it's just tiramisu in a glass, coffee in a glass. It's so cool. Especially the finish is like chewing coffee beans. When you have espresso martini, they put the coffee beans there and you have a sip of that. Not as creamy as espresso martini, but not so far off. And then you chew the coffee beans. The finish is a bit bitter with a bit chewy, a bit spicy. That will be the virgin oak. But the palate is like creamy tiramisu. Nice cappuccino in the morning. Those cacao powders that they put on the cappuccino and tiramisus. And, with the tiramisu, you get brandy soaked chocolatey note. It's so good. I mean, you can't have the whole bottle to yourself. Some people might, I can't. But it's such a fantastic, fantastic dessert whiskey. Now, let's move on to Signet Reserve. Okay, aged one more year in Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. Let's see. Interesting. It's a bit brighter. So technically this is older, stocks, but yeah. Bit brighter, bit more molasses. I think we diverted from the coffee note a bit. I mean, I'm getting more like creme caramel now. More caramelly note, more burnt sugar, more toffee, more vanilla. This is getting into Macallan territory on the nose. It's beautiful, but it's not the coffee and tiramisu nose of the Signet. This is a beautifully sherried whiskey nose. Right? This is first impression, by the way. I've not tried it. Okay, on the palate. Wow. Okay. Feels a bit more bitey. Same ABV. Sweeter. Molasses notes are on higher note now. So it gets a bit sour. That sour sweetness you get from some sherry cask whiskies. Finish is not that bitter. Finish is not like chewing on coffee beans. The finish of this is like the palate of this. So the finish is really bitter on this one, but in a good way. If you like coffee, I love coffee. I'm chewing coffee beans. The finish on the Reserve is like the palate of the normal Signet, sans the coffee notes. The coffee notes appear more on the back palate, and the finish, it's long, it's molasses, it's caramelly, it's sweet, burnt sugar, but it's not that chocolate malt that I grown to love on the Signet. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying it is different. Actually, I don't know what I expected. If you had one more year of Pedro Jimenez, I don't know what it would have achieved. Apparently this. Let's do a comparison on the nose. So this is like, I did cook tiramisu before. I made prepared tiramisu. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but if you have, it's that smell of that brandy-soaked ladyfingers. They're called ladyfingers, right? Yeah. No, cat tongues? Cat tongues is in Turkish. Maybe ladyfingers is in English. But yeah, we call them cat tongues. I don't know why. But it's your brandy-soaked cat tongues, ladyfingers, with hints of cacao and definitely a chocolate and a sour espresso note, or even a cappuccino note. Okay. Now, sorry. Okay. Now the Reserve one on the nose. Yeah, this is very nice sherried whiskey with a sourness that comes with the sherry whiskeys. Vanilla, caramel, burnt sugar, a lot of molasses, and sweetness. Some even apple. It's fresher. This is dark and broody, and this is fresher. Almost hinting towards sour notes. Whereas this is this feels heavier, oilier. Legs are quite similar. Okay, normal Signet on the palate again. Okay, all those notes I talked about before. This is tiramisu in a glass, cappuccino in a glass. It's all of that. Beautiful. The virgin oak adds a bitey note. It feels hotter on the palate than 46. Not in a bad way. Robustness continue. On the back palate and the finish, I'm chewing coffee beans. It's bitter in a nice way, in a chocolatey and coffeed way. Goes on and on. Leaves me with a nice coffee note. Beautiful. Okay, let's try the Reserve on the palate now. Okay. This feels brighter. Hotter than the Signet. Definitely hotter than 46. I would call this younger than that one. I would call the Reserve younger than this one, because it's brighter, more movement. Those coffee notes are on the back palate. But on the palate, it's more bright, a bit more harsh, a bit more spicy, and more molasses, more sweet, more apple, more, dare I say, chocolate-covered strawberries. So you get that, fruit tartness with that sweetness and chocolate note, but it's not as coffeed as the Signet. Let's see what Bill Lumsden said, and I'm gonna wrap up and give you my final thoughts. Now, by aging Glenmorangie Signet further in Pedro Jimenez sherry casks, we are taking that whiskey's hallmark style even deeper into deliciousness. With its notes of chocolate, truffles, toffee, fudge, and tiramisu, Signet Reserve offers layers of luxurious decadence, which will be enjoyed by whiskey lovers old and new. That hallmark deliciousness is gone, in my opinion. This is good. This is a good sherried whiskey. It's sweet, it's fruity, it has a lot going on for it. It's not simple. It's not super complex, but it's not simple. It's a nice, high ABV, bit spicy, well-made whiskey. This was a revelation. This is different. This is special. Of its coffeeness, of its tiramisu, of its cappuccino, of its cacao, that espresso malt that Glenmorangie and Ardbeg take shines on this one brightest out of all the things they've tried. This is incredible. This is one of my absolute favorite whiskeys. I can see why it's expensive. Yes, the packaging, the bottle, fine, but it is different. You will always, if you tried one Signet, you will always remember it. This is a well-made sherried whiskey. I think the Pedro Jimenez, which is like molasses, is dark and it flows hard. And if you had it, you know you're gonna have very little. It's so sweet. I think it just toned down the espresso and the chocolate characteristics that make the Signet the incredible whiskey that it is. I don't like it. So, I mean, even if I loved it, the 145 pound difference would have been hard to justify. But I don't like it better than this one. I like it. It's a good sherried whiskey, but not at that price. But this one, I have backups of this one. I have one over there. I have two over there. My wife loves it. Everyone I've ever given it. This is my special pour. This story is incredible. It didn't get better with that PX for me. And I'm sticking to it. Obviously, this is first impression, but it has aired. You know, it's not the shoulder, it's not the neck pour, it's not shoulder. It has aired. It has been aired in the bottle whilst doing the samples. So it's not bad. It's not having bottle shock. It's just not as good as the Signet. And that's it from me. Guys, let me know. Have you tried them side by side? Have you tried on its own? What do you think? Do you like the Signet? What are your thoughts on the Signet? How would you compare it to this? Pricing, if you want to talk about pricing, sure. For me, those are ridiculous prices. I will only splurge for this because it's a family thing. You know, my dad likes it, my wife likes it, my mom likes it. So it's like, it's a something else, but not for this. So let me know about the taste aspects. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It does mean a lot. And I shall see you guys on the next one. Cheers.